And now it's time to sip the coffee and spill the tea on Talking with 3D Live. Here's your host, Derrick Dixon.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Talking with 3D. I'm your host, Derrick Dixon, and this is where we sip the coffee and always spill the tea. And today we got a wonderful guest in the house. I'm so excited. But before we get to talking to her, do me a big favor. Hit the subscribe button. Click it, love it, share it. Do all those things. Make sure that everybody is tuned in to Talking with 3D. It is an iRose Film production. So please go to, for all of your events, www.irosefilms.com. So again, I am so excited because Miss Sade is in the house.
Hey.
Thank you so much for stopping by. I am so glad that you are here.
Absolutely.
And we have had such a wonderful connection throughout the years.
I was about to say, it's been years. Yeah.
It's been years. And you have been a part of my production, Stomp the Runway, for autism, bringing awareness to autism. And I really thank you for that because, you know, a lot of people, when they come to do this show, they educate themselves.
Right.
Because they're around my son,
right.
who's
Oh my
on the
God.
autism spectrum.
Which is a joy.
And
oh my goodness.
And just to see how people receive my son, receive my family, because, you know, as a father of an autistic children, there's so many parents that can relate to me right now, is that we don't take our children out to a lot of events.
Right, I have
take
noticed that.
our children out to social events or parties and things like that. We become secluded. So this was a big event to share with the public. And I thank you for being a part of that because it's an honor.
No problem. It was an honor for me to participate.
Well,
I learned a lot. It was really fun. It was exciting. Outside of runway, just you as a person, oh my God, the energy is just so high. Like so much positivity, so much laughter, so much fun. Because at first, when I first met you, I was like, oh, he don't play. He don't play. But then, like, you know, you got work you, like, let's get it done.
Yes.
And then you got like, all right, we can laugh.
Now we can have it.
But now get back to work. Now,
right, right. You've had your fun. Let's go. We got things to do. Well, I'm so excited for you to be here. I want to tell my viewers a little bit about you.
Okay.
And then we're going to just have a nice little chat. So Sade, she's a mom, a pageant title holder, and an entrepreneur. Always in transition, has a mission to influence other women to follow their dreams and their hearts. And I wanted to ask you because there was something that you had said. What makes you stronger? You had a quote. It says, "If God can bring you to it, He can bring you through it."
Absolutely.
What does that mean to you?
Don't make me cry already.
Because I know, and the reason I ask is because I know that you have had a journey. There's been ups, there's been downs, but the thing is that you have pushed through your journey.
Right. So I think a lot of people see me on the surface as like, oh, she's this multifaceted person running here, running there, doing this, doing that. Oh, she's pretty. Oh, she's model. But no one knows like before it got to this point.
Yeah.
Or even stuff I'm still dealing with like now. So like that could be health. That could be, you know, my kids, up and down in entrepreneur. I mean, you should know, like, entrepreneurship itself is like a journey by itself.
It is.
But, I mean, people that get to know me and hear my story, they don't know I was homeless. They don't know I've been a part of domestic violence relationships. They don't know I've been sexually assaulted. They don't know I've been through, like, all these things. I've been the single parent. I've been the struggling mom. I've been the I don't know where I'm gonna get money from type situation. So they see things now like, oh, she's always gone. Oh, she's always traveling. But it took a long time for me to get to
that place
where I'm at and to push through some of the adversity I was going through to get to that point. So I always find myself saying like, dang, I really did that. Like I went through everything. So when I look at where I'm at now, it's like, oh no, I'm not going back there. I can't.
Going back.
I can't. There's no way. I didn't came this far.
Right.
I didn't come this far to just stay this far. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Like, it's for me to project higher.
Right.
It's not for me to sit in it and be stagnant. Like, that is like the biggest part of my journey I had to learn, because we all have that moment where we're like, oh, whoa, what was me? I can't do it. I can't do this. I'm angry. I'm upset. I'm sad. And we stay there. So I've been in therapy for the past, I don't even know how long, on and off for years. But the biggest thing was I always get stuck. I will always be like, all right, well, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
And I would just stay there.
And then you just
And then
stop.
eventually I was like, nah,
I can't stay here.
it don't feel right. It felt like I was settling. Like I knew it was more out there, but I would still just wonder. And I would always be like, Dad, I can't do this and I can't do that. And I would sit up there and say, well, why not? Instead of saying I can't, I said I could.
Wow.
Instead of saying why, I said, why not? So it got to a point where once I started saying, why not? Why
Right.
not? Why not? And I just kept doing and more doors just kept opening and opening. So now I was like, you know what? If I take this further, how far can it really go?
How can it go? Wow.
Because once we have the thought process of, I can't do it, it shuts down every opportunity.
Today's episode of Talking with 3D Live is brought to you by iRose Films. iRose Films photo booth will capture every special event, from birthday parties, weddings, baby showers. They also specialize in 360 booths, also videography. So please make sure that anytime that you have a special event, contact iRose Films, irosefilms.com.
So I tell people all the time, like, it starts with a mindset. And people are like, oh, that's so cliche. I'm like, but it's the truth though. Think about it.
That's right.
Say if you're in traffic, right? And you're going home, but you want to stop and get something to eat, right? You in traffic. You already frustrated.
Right.
So you like, I'm gonna get something to eat. And then you see traffic, you be like, nah, I ain't going. I don't feel like it. Once you done already said you don't feel like it, you're going straight home.
Right.
You're not going to think about, okay, well, if I run here, or if I cut through here, or if I go down this street, you're not even going to go to that thought process because you done already shut it down.
Right.
So if you reverse that thought process, instead of being like, oh, well, no, I'm not going to do that. If you keep saying, yeah, I can, now how am I going to do it? You think about how you can strategize and then you execute. So I think people get so caught up in just shutting it down that they don't give the thought process time to be like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Now, how am I going to do it? So you have to illustrate in your mind exactly how you're going to do it, how you're going to move, and then the steps will just formulate on its own.
Right.
So people don't understand that part. And they're like, no, I'm serious.
There's a process.
There's a process of it.
My middle son is in the room, and I was teaching him something. And I know he's probably not hearing the thing that you're saying, but I'm going to make him go back and watch this portion of this show so he can hear what you're saying. But I was having him make rice, yellow rice. And I told him to read the directions from top to bottom and to stop at every process. Put 2 cups of water in a pan, stop. Because that's one process that we have to go through. That's one journey. The next was to let the water boil. Stop right there. Don't keep reading, because you have to master. You've mastered 1, you mastered
That's the
2.
2. Right. So you have to take your time.
You have to take your time.
You can't breeze through it.
We want to just
Breeze like,
and
we want
think
like
we
a
got
microwave life. We want it right there.
quick and easy. But there's a process. There's a process that we should know to go through, but we don't want to take the time.
Oh, absolutely not. We just want to get to the finish line.
We want to get to the finish line.
We don't want to do what it's going to take to get to the finish line.
Right.
But we just want to get to the finish line.
Right. And
So
if
we
we
never
would follow those, just at the end, you got a nice meal now because
Absolutely.
we followed the directions.
But if you don't, you got some burnt food.
You got some burnt food, and then you got to start all over.
Right. That
So
part.
there's a life
Right.
lesson
Exactly.
in everything that we
Absolutely.
do.
Absolutely.
Everything that we do.
And you ain't never lied. That's the part right there. That's
Yeah.
that part where
And
you
it's
got to
simple.
start over.
It's simple. Like
And then you'll
lessons.
look at it and be like, dang, if I would have just, now I got to start all
That
over.
part. Right there.
And it's so frustrating. And then we'll get to that point and be like, I don't want to do it no more.
Right.
We go through all these
Yeah.
emotions all
I don't
over
even
again.
want it no more.
I don't even.
I'll order something. Now you done spent your money. Now
Right.
you're thinking if
You
I
done
would
burnt
have
the food, yup.
next week if I would have saved, just cooked that rice like I was supposed to. Now I would have $50 in my pocket.
Right.
But I don't have $50 now.
That
Now I got
part.
to figure out how I'm gonna get some gas to go.
That part. So now you added on to more problems. Now you're like, dang, I should have just cooked it right. Should have just made the
should have
food.
followed that.
I should have stayed in.
Yeah. You know, you are. You say that you love to empower women, and I don't even know your story, but just to hear you just now saying, you know, being homeless and the abuse and everything that you have been through, you know, that to me, it's amazing of what we go through that we try to help other people. Because I've been in situations where I want to help. That's why I am, you know, an adopted father, because I
love
want
that.
to
I
help
love
children and be able to empower them. And you said that you say you don't believe that women should have limitations.
Absolutely. I don't. Mm-hmm. I done caught so much flack.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you've known me for like how long? Like, it's been, I had my son in 2015. I think
Yeah.
I met you like right after.
Yeah.
Like maybe 2-3 years after. And oh my God. When I
It's
started,
been about 10 years.
I'm about to say, because he's 9.
Yes.
And I said, oh my goodness, when I started modeling, oh my God.
Yeah. I fell in love with you when you walked
Oh,
in the
they
door.
was mad.
Yeah.
Like people. I mean, people were mad. Not like because of the competition. Like I'm not even talking about models. I'm not talking about designers. I'm talking about people.
Yeah.
Like people are really mad. Like you can't be a cake decorator and model.
Yeah.
You can't be a mother and model. I'm like, says who?
Who says who?
Like who? Like
Yeah.
y'all got all these celebrities out here. You got all and these models that still have kids and marriages and businesses and
They do so much.
why I can't do it?
And I watched Steve Harvey.
Oh, I love Steve Harvey. Oh my
And
God.
I'm like, if Steve Harvey
He doing like 5 million.
has 50 jobs, then, and I'm complaining about one little thing, and I'm like, if he can do 50 jobs, why can't I? If I want to succeed in what I'm doing.
That part.
You know?
Or we always busy making somebody else money. Now don't get me wrong.
Right.
I do work somewhere.
Oh, yes.
But
yes.
it's temporary.
Guilty. Right.
It's temporary.
Right.
But I still have 3 other businesses.
Right.
So I have money coming in from multiple streams of income.
And it will.
And hopefully I could just have that.
That's right.
But I tell people all the time, like, it's okay to have what you have and work from where you're at and then build your way up.
Right.
Because I used to think like, oh my goodness, I would see all these people, you know, we're all guilty of comparison on social media. And we're like,
Right.
oh my goodness, this person is doing this person doing that. And then you look at your stuff and be like, but I ain't doing that.
What you
like,
doing?
what am I doing?
Right. What
am
you
I
doing?
wrong?
That segues into what I'm going to ask you. Say the only way to change the world is to start with your very own surroundings and build up from there.
Oh, you caught that.
Yes.
Oh, you've been researching.
I tell people all the time, if you're going to come on Talking with 3D,
Okay, you did
I
your
do my research. I do my research. This is a
you
real
wasn't
show.
playing. I'm about to say, you wasn't playing.
This is a real show.
Oh, I'm so tickled pink. I'm like,
We don't play.
now I'm looking like, what the? I can't.
Yeah.
But no, what I mean by that is you have to start from your environment, your community, your upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
So that means my children, that means their friends, that means other women I know, people I work with, people I commute with, anybody I come in contact with, it has to start there. I cannot tell you how many women I have just met like on the fly, don't know from a can of paint.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but they always open up to me and they always, to talk to me like, girl, this job is just, and I'd be like, I don't know them from a can of paint, but I'm listening.
Right.
Because I'm like, you know what? She probably having a hard day or she probably having a rough day. So I'm going to just be that for her.
Yeah.
And I've had so many conversations with women where they're like, well, I'm tired of this and I can't do this, I can't do that. And I'd be like, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? And they're like, because this is this and this is that. And I'm like, and I get it.
Right.
But why not?
Yeah.
Like, don't let certain things beat up on you.
That's what you
and
said.
you just take it.
The limitations. Don't limit yourself.
Don't limit yourself, because what happens when you limit yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Then you don't see your potential.
Right. And you don't seek the opportunities.
Not
that
at
are right there
all.
in front of
No.
you, because you limit yourself. Because you have stopped yourself and you do
that
not
is so
see
true.
past
You don't.
what's
'Cause
available
the
for
thought
you.
process has stopped already.
Yes.
So when I met people like you, Shakira, Brandy, I mean, these are people I am still in contact with till this day.
Right.
And I be having my little moments like, I can't do it. They
See.
be like, girl, stop playing. Like, no.
But that's when I remember you coming to me and you said, I just want to put a few pair of my sunglasses.
Oh, you remember that?
I remember, girl, I remember everything. I just want just a few pair. And I was like, a few pair? And I'm like, do you have a business? And you were like, yeah, I have a business. I'm like, you ain't gonna do a few pair. You're gonna have your own models.
And you had the whole, like, oh my God, they turned out. They turned that show out.
I was like, get your models. How many do you need? And you were like, well, I'll just do. No, she needs 15 models. Y'all come over here because we.
And they killed it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was
so. I'm about promoting people too. It's not all about me, because I feel like this. My job is also to empower.
And you did that.
And by me empowering somebody, I know I'm going to get my blessings. I truly believe that, because I can't keep everything to myself.
Absolutely.
I have to share, and this is what this show is about, is being able to share, what people are doing, how they're doing, and sharing their stories, because we are here to help somebody.
Derrick, you've been helping me for I don't even know. But no, I do remember that show. I was so nervous, and because I was the model, I was the designer, and orchestrating everything, and I was like, oh my God, I don't see how Derrick do it. And then other designers still wanted me to walk, and they were like, no, walk in this, walk in that. And I'm like, I gotta get my models together. Like, it was so fun though, and everybody was so uplifting and helpful, and everyone was like, oh, I want to wear that, I want to wear that. And they were and they was ready to.
And they was buying stuff from
They was buying, yes, they were.
Treasures by
Tanisha. That's right.
Treasures by Tanisha. So you can go follow her on IG, Treasures by Tanisha.
Absolutely.
And has some great glasses and everything that you do. And you have, and also you bake.
I bake. I make jewelry.
You make jewelry.
Look, I gotta think about all the stuff I do.
Yes.
I bake, I make jewelry, I model, I influence, I blog.
Okay, so I'm giving myself a birthday party for 2026. It's in January, so please.
I'm about to say, let me know.
Get my birthday cake, because I want it fabulous.
I just did Miss Carolyn's birthday cake.
Oh, you did? Oh,
yeah, I surprised her with a birthday cake.
Well, you got a job coming up though. I do want to talk about this, because just talking about a lot of your journey, you went through a scare, and you
quite a few of them,
experienced the symptoms of a heart attack.
Oh my! You really been? Oh,
yes.
Don't dig.
I dig.
I was like, oh look! I had to clutch my invisible pearls for a second. Like, okay.
Because because
you be paying attention.
Oh, I do.
Look, and I be thinking, nobody don't care, don't nobody. But I do it to inform others. It's not really
that's why I want to talk about.
Yeah, it's not really a cry for help or attention. I want to use my platform to help other
But you said
people.
something really important. You said something really important just now. A lot of people think that we want likes and we want sympathy.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's about helping somebody.
Yeah, that's the part that, see, when I first got on social media, the first question was, well, why did you get on there?
Yeah.
So anytime I find myself questioning myself, like, I'm not doing this no more, I don't even know, they be like, but why did you start? Because we get so caught up, like you said, in the likes and the attention and the shares and all that, and you be like, well, dang, I got here. How did I get here? Why did I get here? Yeah.
Why?
You really saw that. Okay.
Oh, I saw it. So throughout your journey, homelessness, struggles, experiences, you have been crowned Miss Maryland United World 2025. First off, congratulations.
Thank you.
Because I'm so proud to sit next to you right now, Mrs. Maryland United World 2025. Tell me about that whole journey, that experience.
Well, actually, I was sitting on this since like last year, like the end of last year, and it was like, okay, you gotta make your announcement, blah blah blah, and I was like, I don't know. And I finally made the announcement, and the overpour of emotion and support I was getting from people. People was like, I didn't know, and you didn't do this, you didn't say that, you didn't. So I was like, I'm sorry. Because I'm like one of those people, I'm still trying to figure out the difference between being humble and then like not trying to boast about it, but still trying to spread awareness.
Right.
So I'm always the person that will downplay myself.
Right.
But throughout the journey, I'm starting to realize like it's not boastful. Like I have to, if I want to influence other people or inspire other people, I have to talk about it. So I have to let people know like what's going on. I mean, this is a spotlight I chose, right? So I decided to be an influencer, a motivational speaker. I want to write books, and it's like I have to start somewhere.
You do.
And I can't just be like, hey, buy this book.
Right.
But you don't know nothing about me.
Right. And that's the work. That's where the work comes in, because that's what social media is for. And that's why it's a tool for someone like you and I.
Absolutely.
Because you have to not be afraid of what people
think or say. Oh my goodness, that was like the biggest hurdle.
That's what you have to get over, because the naysayers are going to say what they want to say.
Absolutely, they still are.
But at the end of the day, it's about you. It's about you and who you are influencing.
Absolutely.
So you have to, there's that little black girl.
And that's what I look. And every time I think about that, I think about my daughter.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, like at first I was doing things, it was like a hustle. Like, I gotta make this money, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And then after getting married and having a business, I was like, oh my goodness, she's watching me.
She's watching everything
so
that you do.
I have a son and I have a daughter. And I think as a parent, what I had to realize, we could tell our kids what to do all day.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna listen.
No.
They're gonna watch what you do.
That's right. And
once they watch and how you handle situations, oh my goodness. So her watching me has inspired her. So once I started really honing in on it and paying attention, I was like, oh my God, she's a mini me.
Yeah.
She's mini me.
That's right.
Like she's doing it. She wants to bake. She wants to make her own jewelry.
Yeah.
She's a creative. She paints, she draws, she colors. I know one day she was just like, Ma, you got a pen? And I was like, okay. Gave it a pen. Do you know, like 20 minutes later, she was like, look what I did. Do you know she sketched out a whole skeletal structure?
Oh, wow.
Looked like a tattoo.
Okay.
I said, what?
Where'd you get that from? Right.
Where did that come from?
Right.
And she's like, oh, I just did my bone structure. I'm like,
wow.
From your mind, I freestyle cakes.
Okay.
This is a whole nother level of artistry.
Wow.
Mind you, I've never drawn around her. I might have sketched out cake stuff, but I mean the detail. I was like, you want to be a tattoo artist?
You never know.
What is it that you're trying to? Yeah, I'm like, oh no, we got to pour into this.
And thank you for just saying that, pour into it, because there would be so many parents that would be like,
oh, furious.
Get that off your hand.
Yeah.
Don't you ever do that again. And you have stopped her talent. You have stopped her vision. You have stopped her dream.
You shorten her longevity.
You shorten
her creativity and everything. So I'm because I know that and I'm a creative myself, I am very careful at what I say and how I say it and who I'm saying, when I'm saying it.
Yes.
Right. So, because she's an artist just like me, I know she could be just as sensitive.
Yeah.
And my son is the same way. My son is following her. So he wants to draw, he wants to paint, and he has his own stuff that he do. So he likes to sculpt stuff, he likes to build stuff, she likes to everything. And he likes to bake too. He gets so mad if he can't decorate.
Listen, I'm going to ask you what, because we're running out of time.
Okay.
What keeps you going and makes you stronger through this journey?
Oh, that's a long answer. What keeps me going? Of course, my kids, my children, because I know they look up to me. And everything I do is not specifically for them, but for them to learn from.
Okay.
So I used to take my journey and be like, I don't want my kids to know this. I don't want my kids to know that because I don't want them to be exposed. But at the same sense, it's something to learn from it.
Right.
So if they know certain things about my journey, it helps them understand them on their journey. So they understand why I don't want them doing certain things or hanging out with certain people or understanding the emotional intelligence of your mindset. Because it contributes to a lot of our actions. Like, think about it. When you're dealing with a problem or issue, you have your thoughts, and then your thoughts turn into your feelings, and then your feelings translate into your actions. So you have to start at the top with the thoughts first, because that's going to control how you feel.
Right.
And then once, typical humans, we react off of emotion half the time. We're not thinking logically about whatever. We too emotionally involved.
Right.
So once we get into our feelings, it's like, once we decipher how we feel, then that's going to determine the next move for what you're going to do, what you're going to execute. So if you're mad and you're angry about something, you're not going to move in the best light.
Right.
You're not going to have that positive shift. You're going to have a negative shift. You're going to be angry and mad and trying to do whatever you can until you're not mad no more. And then by the time you're done being mad, now you're going to look at the aftermath like, what did I do now?
Right.
But if you think about it and you process it and you handle it in such a way, then it's a different type of outcome.
Right.
So with my kids, they have emotional intelligence where they're like, they can process it. Even when I was homeschooling my son, and he would get frustrated with math. He loves math now, but he would get frustrated with math. Like, I can't do it. I'd be like, stop saying you can't.
Right.
And, he would cry his little tears. And I'd be like, Jace, go have a seat. Like, that's what I would say. I was like, have a seat. He was like, no, but I'm like, have a seat.
Yeah.
So he cries tears and he'll come back and I say, why are you crying? I don't know. No, why are you crying? You just don't want to tell me. Why are you crying? Because I can't get it. I'm like, okay, so we try again.
Right. Yeah.
And when you get older, that's what it's going to be.
Right.
You're going to get upset. You're going to get frustrated. You're either going to quit or you're going to try again.
Right.
And most likely, you're going to try again. You just can't give up.
Yeah.
So now, when he gets frustrated with his homework, and he's 9 now he knows when he's getting frustrated, he say, you know what? I need a break. He put his pencil down. He walk away. He'll even step outside and take a few breaths, and he'll come back in and he'll get it done.
Yeah.
So my motivation for me is my children, pouring into other people, trying to help other people in whichever way I can, and still focusing on my own self-care.
That's right.
That's the harshest lesson I had to learn.
Bravo.
That is where I'm at now.
Yes.
So I had to pour into my self-care. And people don't understand self-care is different for everyone. People are so quick to judge about how you should spend your time and what you should do. And no, what works for you works for you. Self-care is for you. It says self. I had a conversation with one of my best friends. She's going to be mad when she see this. But it's so funny though. But she called me, she said, I'm upset. And I was like, why? Because nobody cares about my self-care. And I was like, what?
Right.
And she's married and she has kids and stuff. And I'm like, do you hear yourself? And she's like, what? I'm like, no one else cares about your self-care.
Who's supposed to care about your
That's it,
self-care?
girl. You are supposed to care about yourself.
The key word
is self.
Self. It was your stuff.
Right. And I said, what are they supposed to care about? I was like, no, I'm not being smart. I said, but you have to put the self-care there. If you don't, they won't. They won't pay it any mind.
That's right.
I said, so you have to set the tone as the wife, as the mother, as the employee, as the entrepreneur. When are you going to say, I need a break?
That's right.
You don't have to give yourself permission to take a break. Just take the break.
And a break doesn't mean I got to fly somewhere. I got to do.
Oh, I'll do it in a heartbeat, though.
a drive to the grocery store.
Absolutely.
I need a break. No kids. Don't get in my car.
That part.
Nothing. I'm not buying nothing for. I'm taking a break, and I'm going to go.
You know what I used to
take care
do?
of me.
I used to come home like on certain days, Matter of fact, on a day that my husband would be off, I would pull up to the house. You know what I'm about to say.
Sit in that car. Yes, I do it all the time. I would sit in that driveway, and I'm like, they better not look at that. They better not look out that window and see I'm out here.
I would pull
Yes.
up and sit in that car, and
Oh my gosh.
I'd be snacking.
Yeah,
I'd be
do the same
scrolling
thing.
on social media.
I'm not sharing what I have in
Oh
my
my God,
bag.
that part.
I'm drinking what I want to drink and everything.
Listening
And
whatever music I
right.
want to listen to.
And then look, then when I'm finished, going, how was your day? Oh, it was hard.
That part. And I would do the same thing. So one day I had walked in the house. I had a bad day at work, husband on 10, kids on 10. I said, look, sit down.
Yeah.
And my husband was like, me too? I said, you too.
Everybody.
Everybody said.
Yeah.
I said, look, I said, I am tired.
Yeah.
I said, I run 3 businesses. I do stuff on social media. I'm answering emails. I'm sending invoices. And then I have a job that I clock in and out of while still working out,
Right.
trying to drink water, eat healthy,
Right.
woosah, meditate. I said, I need time to myself.
Yeah.
When I come through this door, I don't want to hear Sade this. I need mommy, can we do?
That's right.
I need to decompress.
Yeah.
And my son's like, what's decompress? I said, I'm glad you
Look
asked.
it up.
I'm like, I'm so glad you
Yeah.
asked. I said, decompressing, meaning mommy needs time to herself to gather herself.
That's right.
I have been under tremendous amount of stress between work and this and that. I just need a moment to collect myself.
That's right.
To collect my thoughts so I don't put anything on y'all or bring any negativity to y'all or this house. I need to take a shower.
That's good.
I need to get off my feet.
That's
and
good.
I need to refocus my thoughts.
That's good.
Because once I clock out of that job, I ain't at that job no more.
That's right.
Once I get home, that's something totally separate.
different.
But you know, as a parent, we don't clock in and out. That's a 24-hour job.
Regardless of where you at.
So I tell them, I'm like, this is mommy's lunch break at home.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So I need a moment to decompress and gather myself.
Yeah.
And I got, when you brought up the heart attack scare,
Yeah.
it was stress.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have been going through so much stuff, and I've dealt with anxiety and depression. I'm like, this doesn't feel like an anxiety attack.
Yeah.
This feel like a full-fledged heart attack. I ain't never had a heart attack, but I know what it feel like, right? And I'm like, my arm is numbing, my fingertips are tingling, my chest is tightening, and my doctor's like, when do you feel these symptoms? And I'm like, and she's like, when do you feel the symptoms? And I'm like,
Stress.
when I'm fussing,
Yeah.
when I'm
Yeah.
when I'm dealing with this and dealing with that. And she's like, I think that was an anxiety attack. I'm like, I've had anxiety attacks. She's like, no, they're different and you're getting older, so it's gonna feel different.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, are you serious? So they got me all plugged up and checking the heart rate. They're like, your heart rate is fine. But you have to control your stress.
I had a mild heart attack.
Oh my
But
goodness.
that's a different story. We could talk about that another day.
Let
But
off
I had a mild heart attack, and I had to get I didn't have to get any stents.
Oh, I
or
was about to say
anything.
stents.
So I did have one blockage, but it was like they didn't have to do anything.
Oh.
But that's for another show. So we got to get out of here.
Absolutely.
But one thing I do want to encourage you. I want to encourage you. Write the book.
Oh, it's done.
It's done.
It's going through the process.
Good.
I just gave y'all a little.
People need to know
Absolutely.
and hear your story. And I know a lot of times we fear our kids finding out where we've been in life, but then you'll know what you have done for your children, for your daughter especially, is opened up a door to have open communication.
Absolutely.
So never feel like, I'm ashamed if somebody passes that.
Mm-mm.
You
No,
know?
absolutely.
So I'm proud of that, the fact that now I know that you've written the book. Congratulations.
It will be coming out very soon after all the extra, the
and
editing.
use social media
I do.
to talk about the book.
Absolutely.
Okay? And you'll come back here on Talking with 3D and we'll be talking about the book as well.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by.
I appreciate you.
Congratulations.
Thank
again.
you.
And it's just been a pleasure to sit down and talk
Absolutely.
to you today.
Same here.
Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you. I love you too. I love you too. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is the end of season 1. not the end of Talking with 3D, because we are coming back for season 2. We're going to enjoy our summer and go out and just have a good time. But we will be back in the fall and bringing back brighter shows, bigger shows, newer shows. And if you want to be a part of Talking with 3D, all you have to do is email me, no, it's not. I'm giving you not the right one. You will email talkingwith3d@gmail.com. That's talkingwith3d@gmail.com. And we want to hear from you because we do want to bring you on. I've been getting emails already. So I am thrilled to have you on our show. So listen, go out, practice self-care.
Absolutely.
Because it's about you. It's your self-care. It has nothing to do with anybody else. It's about you. Whatever your journey is, make sure that you are taking care of you first. I love you guys. I appreciate you. This is an iRose Film production. Go to www.irosefilms.com for any of your birthday needs, marriage needs, anything to get something to remember what your special occasion is all about. iRose Films. Go out and love somebody intentionally. Peace.